人類に栄光あれ。
人類栄光あれ。
But we can always build more killbots.
Hey everybody. Need to get the microphone over. How are we doing? Hello. Happy Monday everyone. Is everybody having a good day? Is everybody having a good day? Look at these. These are really cool, look. These are Grey Knight Terminator shin pads. How cool are they? So I'm going to do a couple of Grey Knight Terminators. They're a bit cool, aren't they? It's the new Terminators. How is everybody? Are we all okay? Are we all okay? We have a box here, ready to go with all... In fact, let's just get them all out. Okay. With all the Drukhari that we are painting for Shirato. So we have the Malice, we have the Lilith, we have the Archon, we have the Durazar, and we have the Archon. How's everybody doing?
Camera, check. Christopher, check. Music, fuck me. Still no music.
I've literally only just gone live. Literally only just hit Halloween is over, but I'm still a zombie. Zombie, 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 eh, eh, eh. How's Hannah doing? We've got a Sexy Science Hannah in the house. Sexy Science Hannah in the house. We've got a Purpley Spark in the house. We have a Shirato.
Female Archon body, Soul Trap and Huskblade. Your call on the head.
Soul Trap and Huskblade and a female Archon. That's cool. That's cool. Female Archon body is there. And then the head.
Excuses, excuses. Also I demand music, not a Christopher singing. Fuck.
God.
Moo. Come.
God. Alright, alright. Very tired, and that is only from watching my sister run a marathon. Nice. That's your Archon too. Nice. Whisk. It would probably be mine as well. Right, let's get some music on. Music. 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 However, separate conversation. How gorgeous is she? That's a stunning sculpt. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do a see-through dress because it's baggy. You can only really do a see-through dress. You can only really do a see-through dress if it's tight, or if it's like hanging off the body. Whereas this is like really baggy, which is also a really interesting design choice because it's not like a crop top or anything. So yeah, it's really interesting. She's really nice. I like her a lot. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that artwork is, but that's really cool. So I will paint the shit out of her. She's wearing trousers underneath. Look at her left ankle. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably actually. Looks like it probably is actually. I was going to say maybe it's just like a...
Good. Sarah Wobstone, and
just like a bracelet or something, an anklet.
Yet.
But no, it does look like it's a... Looks like it's a bit of a torn pair of under trousers. Yeah, she's really nice. She's really cool. They painted her head wonky, but very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Should I try and do some freehand on her dress? If so, what kind of freehand should I be doing for her dress? Yeah. She's really cool. Non-metallic sword. I'm guessing this is supposed to be water. Pale roses on her dress. Pale roses. Why pale roses? She's got very chunky details, hasn't she? But yeah, she's really nice. I like her. I think she's cool. Pale roses. Oh, that's music. Yes, music. Music, music, music. Music. Her sword is not forged in metal, rather it's a conjuration of living liquid. It's a water sword. She's got a water sword. She has a water sword. There we go. Yay! Those 4 pale roses, that makes sense. How many characters have you got? Lilith, Archon, Malice and Drazar. Yes, so these are the 4. So we got the Archon, we've got a Drazar, we have a Lilith and a Malice to paint. So these are all, this is all Shirato's commission. So we're going to start with the Archon because it's already out of this box.
Yay, now the stream can really start.
The stream can really start because I've just got the music on. Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the bits. And we are doing November, so with November we need to have a subvember, subathon, or a bitathon. Can we have a bitathon? We haven't had a bitathon for a while. This is where you say, hi, Spike. Spikey boy! Hey, Spikey, how are you doing, little legend? The legend that is Spike is here in chat, everybody. Hello, Spikey. How is the Spikester? Spikey is here, everybody. We have a Spike. Oh, and I also need to show you... November. Yes, November. So, we have the main nun all primed. Fucking hell, she's cool as shit. So she's all primed. There's a little bit of primer rub off there, which we will sort out. So she's all primed. I haven't printed her plinth yet, but I will. Super, super, super cool. Super cool. And then the topic of November for me, Purpley I think is doing a nun a day. She's painting a nun a day. She's already done 2, which is nuts. The topic of November for me, and I'm going to put a post up. You're having none of this? Aren't you doing plague nuns? I thought you were doing plague nuns. I'm going to put a post up with a spot the difference, because she looks very cool. But it doesn't look like I've done anything to her. There is Morven Val. So we got Morven Val, heavily converted, heavily tweaked, heavily changed, but it doesn't look it because it looks so right. Basically, it basically looks so right that you can't understand why the original model doesn't look like this. So I'm going to put a post up with Spot the Difference, which is going to be really, really cool. And as Spike can see, we do have a little bit of Skaven on here. We do have a little bit of Skaven on here.
Show off.
Yeah, I am showing off a little bit with this because it's a gorgeous conversion. So we have a census. Is that census? Census hanging thingy jiggy doodah. So we do have a hanging census thing, which is going to be flames, because it's going to match, because she's going to be there like that, so it's going to match the flames coming out of her bolter. And then if you look very, very carefully, there's a rat there. There's a little rat. It's a little rat. Little rat. From from a screaming bell? No, it's not from a screaming bell. This is the terrain. It was in the terrain from a couple of Age of Sigmars ago, I think. So yeah, it's attached to this. This is the Skaven terrain from one of the recent things. Oh, they stole it from the screaming bell. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. So that's going to be November, and then I'm also once she's on there. So this is my Morven Val, obviously, because we already painted a raffle Morven Val, which came out really nicely. So she's going to go on there. We're painting her silver rather than gold, and we're doing her true metallic, which is going to be really interesting. Now, I wanted to. Yeah, we can. I might have to remove this, you know. I wanted to put the stream of bullets coming out of that heavy bolter exit thing, but we might have to remove. That because the stream of bullets are going to be like going over that. It'll probably be a bit too busy, so we might have to. The infamous Jane. Hello, Jane. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. So yeah, I might have to cut that. Might have to cut that and then just put that on the floor. Because we could put it on the floor like vertically, so the flames are coming up, couldn't we? Or it could go at the front. Oh, it could sit at the front. It could sit at the front. Yeah, we might have to cut that off. Is Spike going to be particularly offended if I cut that off? Because I might have to cut it right there like that, and then cut that bit off, and then just put that on the floor, and have the flames coming up vertically on the floor out the front somewhere. Because I could put it. Could put it down here. If I put it down there, that's probably the better place to put it. Put the rat in the fire. There we go. Put the rat in the fire. Yeah, I think it's too close here. I want that. I need that open, so I'm going to have to remove that. Oh, that's really annoying, actually. Right, well, let's do that. Let's do that now quickly. Sorry, Spiky. But we could, and I think I want to, put that there like that. So we could put it there, couldn't we? And fill it in there. So if I will cut that off there like that, and then trim all the plastic away. Get a little bit of tacky substance. A little bit of tacky substance. So that we can have that sitting in between the skulls there, like that. Okay. And that there. And then with her there, that her spear should come over the flames, and we can do a little bit of OSL on the spear as well, and then it will give. Yeah, that's much better. And then I can put the bolters exiting out of that heavy bolter, which is perfect. And I'll just sand that back. I also need to sand all that back as well, because that's all been scuffed and it looks a bit crap. So this is going to be my November. So we're going to get that's what we're going to be working on for probably the majority of the month. She's all sub-assembled up. That's really cool that we've got that sorted out. And I will print out those little shells to go on the things. Have you seen the little awesome detail? No, what's the awesome detail? And Games Workshop aren't going to take any inspiration from Trench Crusade Plastics, I don't think. What awesome detail have they done? Linkier picky. Right. So we need. Okay. Tactical sandbags instead of tactical rocks. Fantastic. On the sprues, by the numbers, it's a little arrow pointing to the piece it's for. I mean, they do that here, look. Like, it's pretty obvious. The part that overlaps the hole is like this part is number 8, this part is number 6, this part is number 23, this part is number 15, because the number overlaps where it's pointing. So they kind of already do that. Like that one's 16. For other pieces, definitely not obvious. Yeah, but this is what they're doing now. Like, if you go back 10 years, then no, it's not. But this is what they've been doing for, like, ages. Take a big sprue for, like, 10 models. It's the same thing. There you go. This is one of the latest multi-pot sprues. So this one's number 6. This part here is number 29. That part here is number 5. So it's always the bit that's encroaching on the. They've been doing this for ages. It's just the old sprues, maybe not. But yes, that's really cool from Trench Crusade. Not taking anything away from Trench Crusade. That's really cool from Trench Crusade. Who be that? Oh, Tom! Thank you for the follow, Tom. What a legend. What a legend. I don't have a problem with knowing which part, but why is 6? Yeah, that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem, isn't it? Like, why is it's not so bad on this one, but like, why is 45 next to 22, which is next to 44 and 47 and 5? Like, that's the most annoying thing. But we do understand that it's for fitting them in, don't we? Let's do that one because she's cute. And we want the soul trap because it's badass. And we want the Husk Blade because it's the best. Cloak. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing, Sinister? Yeah, we're doing this is Sherato's commission. I have seen assembled Drukhari on my desk staring at me. I can't decide what scheme to go with. Mine are, where is she? There she is. Mine are all dark red. Like that. That's what mine all are. This is the old, well, it's the old Archon from like 2003, 2002, 2003. and then converted up. New head, new bits on the back, new sword, obviously, because that's from the Wraith Guard. And then that's obviously Lilith with a converted glaive rather than another dagger. But this is a commission. Vi Pood di Elfen in die Basket. Highly kiss coded. It's like looking for chocolate on an advent calendar. yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll take that. Right, so take them out of the sprue. Now we need to take the sprue off the parts. With the red, I was worried that when I get around to painting an Eldari Combat Patrol, it will also be red. Yeah, all my, because my Eldar, if you go on my YouTube, all the Eldar Aspect Warriors that Games Workshop send are converted into Dark Eldari, Dark Eldar. So like there's Howling Banshees with the heads from... What were the heads from for the Howling Banshees? I used the Hellion heads for the Howling Banshees. I used Incubi heads for the Striking Scorpions, of course, because they're all Incubi. Seeing as they're Phoenix Lord is an Incubi. Etc, etc. God hand product placement spotted. It's not really product placement. it's no more product placement than guys go and grab some Artis Opus brushes. Well, it's much less of a product placement because I'm not affiliated with these. I am affiliated with these. So if you want to try some really nice brushes, do !Brush in chat. Poor Banshees, traffic to Kane for Servitors Red and now Dark Eldified. Yeah. I've been meaning to do the Dark Eldar Wraith constructs that were mentioned in the Archon book in Asdrubal Vex lair, and then use them for grotesques and Wraithguard, but I've not got around to doing them yet. As is the way. Boo! Hey, Manaringo! Manaringo, happy Monday, Manaringo. Happy Monday of employment for Manaringo. Manaringo being a badass. Remember what the video is called? Nope. The war host. That's converting the Archon. New Striking Scorpions with Incubi influences. So that's the Dark Eldari Striking Scorpions. Howling Banshees. I did the Dark Reapers as well. There we go. Yunari Dark Banshees. Converting Yunari Dark Banshees. I don't think I did. I didn't do one for the Dark Reapers. No, I didn't do one for the Dark Reapers. But, yeah. There's the model building tips video that everybody was asking for. So that's that one done. Yeah, I play them with Eldari rules. Yeah, they just look like Dark Eldar. Like my the Farseers all have like Dark Eldar heads. The Dark Reapers with Kabbalite heads look amazing. So they look really cool. So yeah, it's just whenever I use it's twofold. Well, it's about fourfold. A, they look cooler. B, I really like Drukhari. C, if I ever used them as Yunari, I could use them both and they would kind of match, but on the dark side. D, they look cooler. Yeah, I do need to get some Harlequins. I need to get... I want to do some... Because I've got the old Death Jester. I've got the really old Death Jester. Even like Prince Uriel. I've got a Prince Uriel which I turned into a Dark Eldar, which looks amazing. He looks really, really cool. It's dead simple. Just changed his sniper for a heat lance because it looks awesome, and then gave him a face masked Dark Eldar head. E, they are cooler. Yeah, E, they are cooler. So yeah, and nobody complains. If anybody complains about it at a tournament that I play at, then I just don't play them. I'm like, no worries. Oh, that's no problem. Cool, congratulations, you take the win. I'll go and get a pint because they look awesome. And they're based on the Eldari models, so there's no reason not to hobby stuff like that. It's really, really cool. The Striking Scorpions, I think, are my favourite. The Incubi Striking Scorpions are really, really, really cool. They look really cool. Let me get to the pick. That's the raw. That's the raw Archon. Really simple. There's some of my Scourge with the what do we call it, wings. Where's like simple head swaps are really cool. Like even the Gene Stealers. These are the Necromunda Gene Stealers, but they've got the proper Gene Stealer heads. They just look so much better. Where are they? There it is. Look at this. Look how cool's that guy? Like you can't say that doesn't look cool. So it would be pretty nitpicky for someone to complain. 90% of the models still are Eldari, it sounds like. Yeah. If somebody wants to nitpick that, then they are a miserable human being. It's a really cool conversion. I convert all sorts of things like this anyway, so there's the. Sure, I had the Howling Banshees. Maybe I didn't. It's like doing a Lady Solar. Like I did a Lady Solar. Like proper cool. So that's Lady Severina Rain on the Lord Solar body. So that's Lady Solar. Nobody's going to say, oh, that's not a Lord Solar. I'm like, well, fucking course it is. This might be the reason I need to be able to paint my Drukhari red. Nice. They made a space elf out of a space elf. How dare I? Exactly. How dare I? Unbelievable. Yeah, there's far too much of a stigma over converting things like that. And the stigma is all around, well, somebody will complain about that at the tournament. Well, I don't care. If somebody wants to complain about that at the tournament, I won't play them. Sorry, event. I'm not going to say tournament, I'm going to say event. Because if you go to events, then you don't get idiots like that. I don't think you really get idiots like that at tournaments anymore anyway, as I have spoken about before. Right, so we need to build a little bit of this up so that we can clean things around. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. Hey Nitro! Is this a commission? This is a commission, yeah. But I have a huge Drukhari army. I've got a very big Drukhari / Dark Eldari army. Probably about 8,000 points. I've only got these two, like, within reaching distance of my desk, so I can't show you everything else. But we have just been, I have just been showing up this sort of stuff. There's the Scourge, and that's the Archon which I just showed you. Yeah. It's not even a conversation. Like, I hate bringing it up because it's not a conversation. It's never a conversation. Like, when I was talking to Stu and saying, "Oh, I want to do a game of Reign of Fire, where you just get 10 Helldrakes and fight against Imperial Guard." Like, that sounds like a cool game. I'll play that game. Just think up some objectives, fight it out. Like, you really don't need Games Workshop's permission to do anything. And this is like, so that came from my kind of upbringing, if you like, in the game, as opposed to people's upbringing in the game now, which is a bit more meta orientated, and you need to be able to tell the difference for things. Whereas back when I played, we would say, "Oh, this is my X unit, this is my Y unit." Okay, cool. Exhausting when everything has to be a yeah. It is exhausting, to be honest. It is exhausting. I assume you don't bother painting the different aspects of the Eldari models different colours. Just keep everything red. No. They look different. So the Incubi are very dark green. The Howling Banshees are kind of like a bone. They're kind of like that kind of bone. So they are slightly different. Because that's one of the cool things about the Eldar army, is the variation in the colour in the army. Like, not everything is black with the Raven Guard. Like, that's one of the things that I'm doing with my Raven Guard as well. I'm introducing lots of different colours in my Raven Guard to make it interesting. Blood Angels are really interesting because you have the red Blood Angels, then you have the gold Sanguinary Guard and the Black Death Company. It makes the army look interesting. So Eldar, the army looks really interesting because you have the basis of, like, the Ulthway, which are all black, and then you have all the different aspects in there which add variety to the army, and it looks really cool. Like my Raven Guard are going to have the black of the Raven Guard, and then they're going to have a jet black for the reconnaissance squads, which are going to, because this is like a turquoisey cold black, and then the reconnaissance squads are going to be jet black. And just to show the difference, that's something that's been primed black, so you can see it's a completely different colour. So if you put them next to each other, that would be variation. And then you've got the deliverers red as well, so you've got technically a bluey black, a black, and then the red deliverers, and then that gives you colour variation across the army as well. So the Drukhari and the Eldar are the same thing. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I can't remember what part I was working on. So that's the big thing for me, trying to give some interest and variation across the army. That's one of the reasons why I kind of fell away with the Necrons, because the Necrons were just all blue. Very difficult to get anything different into the Necrons. The only difference I had in the Necrons were the death marks, which were black, and they weren't even really black, they were just the same blue and then glazed down, so it was all darker. So yeah, what's everybody else working on? Like, I need to try and do something slightly different on the Tomb Kings as well, because the Tomb Kings are very samey. They've got that red, which I'm trying to break up with various different kind of colours thrown in there and different.
Probability factor of 1 to 1. We have normality. I repeat, we have normality. Anything you still can't cope with is therefore your own problem.
It's an amazing teeny tiny. Hello, teeny tiny. Started building solar-powered space Gundam. Solar-powered ones. Solar-powered space Gundam. That sounds cool. I'm jealous you got that weapons upgrade sprue for your armoured core stuff. Teeny Tiny, how are you? Have you had a really good weekend? Have you had a really good weekend? Have you had a really good weekend? Okay. Ah, there it is. That's right there. This is another video that I want to do, prepping your models. So I will do this. I'm going to put this in a video alongside removing models from the sprue as well, because that's been requested. I've had a request for how clipping models out of the sprue. Doing good. Took some nice photos of my finished hitchhikers. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, that hitchhiker set is so good. Started some more semi-ridiculous freehand. Perchance on your Bretonians? Perchance? Perchance? Perchance, perchance? Chance, perchance? 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 Ada Lovelace. Fantastic. gorgeous model this is going to be. It's already gorgeous, isn't it? It's already super, super, super cool. It's already super, super, super cool. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, hang on. The new Archon is just lovely. Enjoyed every second building for the last stroke. Fantastic. Yeah, I really like it so far. Like, I'm a little bit disappointed that it's come out. Mainly because I had that Archon, which nobody else has got, with a Soul Trap. So this Archon is no longer quite as unique, but the body is still really, really cool. The body's still very unique. So Spy by the Old Meta one, yeah, yep. I like the two-headed, double face helmet as well. I really like the double face helmet. Some people have misread what this is. This is not Tamiya Extra Thin. This is a glue called Mech Pack that you can get in the UK. I just used the Tamiya Extra Thin bottle because the brush is really good. Extra Thin bottle is the best bottle. Pretty good, isn't it? It is pretty good. Chris's extra special glue. It's extra special, but everybody who's ordered a set has absolutely loved it and has confirmed that it is better than the Tamiya. And the Tamiya is pretty damn good. What's everybody doing today anyway? Editing a video for Friday. Actually, I need to start editing 2 videos for Friday because I need to put 2 videos out. And I also really want to do the prepping your models video. Shall we? So yeah, I probably won't stream tomorrow because is it Whiskey or I can't remember who it is who always wants me to stream on a Wednesday. So I probably won't stream tomorrow, so I can do the videos, get some video work done tomorrow, and then stream on Wednesday. So shall we start Morven Val on Wednesday? She needs some starting on Wednesday, and hopefully we can finish it by the end of the month. If we practice really hard, we could finish it by the end of the month. Secret projects on the go as well. Wow. Wow! Pretty stellar. Formula 1 week this week, it is, isn't it? And I need to pick movie night for this week as well. Any suggestions or inspiration for movie night this week? I haven't thought about it yet. I will have a think about it later and pick something to put on for the month. Oh, it's Brazil, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, I love Brazil. Love Brazil. Lando. Really enjoying F1 at the moment. It's doing pretty good. I know it's harsh. I'm very glad that Christine Horner's out of the team management business. He was not good for the paddock. So McLaren and Ferrari and Red Bull are flying. It's really cool. Enjoying it. Enjoying it. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Wow. Wow, Shirato, I'm jealous. Shirato! I'm gonna have to get one of these. God, look at that. Super cool. Hey Alfredo, how are you doing? Alfredo. What days does Welcome to Derry come out? I think it's later in the week. Checked. Welcome to Derry. What days does it come out? I have a feeling it's like Thursday. Oh my word, episode 3 is November the 9th. Ugh. Did you say welcome to Derby? No, welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. It's great. It's really good. There's 2 episodes out. It's very good. It's very good. It is already out. Yeah, I wanted to know what days the next, what days the episodes came out. But they did 1 and 2. They did 1 and 2 slightly off kilter because I watched 1 and then I checked back just randomly and 2 was out. I was like, oh. And I thought I'd watched 1 late. Like I thought I'd watched 1 like a few days after it came out, and then 2 was out earlier than I thought. Whereas what they've actually done is that they've put 1 out and then put 2 out quicker so that it was Halloween because they released it on Halloween, and then episode 3 is like more than a week away. So it's on November the 9th. For the UK at least. I don't know what it is in America. So yeah, November the 9th for episode 3. So it's 9 days after the episode 2, which is what's thrown me. There's a soul trap. Okay. Yeah, that's what threw me. My god, it's nearly 5 o'clock already, and we've not even done one build yet. Are you distracting me, or am I just building slowly? I'm blaming Twitch chat. I just finished Task last night and saw Welcome to Derry and was like, do I need to watch the other movies? Nope. Nope. You do not. There's a lot of throwbacks, so there's a lot of... Is there a lot of references? No, you don't. You don't at all. There's a lot of references to Stephen King's universe. Like there's the guy who ran the hotel in The Shining is in it, for instance. Does it have scary clowns? I don't like scary clowns. It will have a scary clown at some point during the season. However, they have said, and the person who has written the series has said that he has held on to like the Pennywise reveal because the entity is showing himself in all sorts of different ways before that. All episodes should be released every Sunday, so it's just a Sunday thing. That's one too many scary clowns. Slade, Pennywise Lives, fucking brilliant. It's so good. Episode 1 was gruesome and amazing as all hell. Episode 2 was pretty fucked up. So yeah, episode 3 on Sunday then. So we got to wait ages for episode 3. God damn it. So they just threw, basically what they did is they just threw the release schedule out for the sake of Halloween because they wanted an episode out on Halloween, which was interesting actually because there wasn't really anything Halloweeny about that episode. I'm not quite sure why they didn't just put it back so that it was released on Halloween. Like, why didn't they just release it on Halloween and say, here's episode 1 on Halloween? You have mentions of The Shining and Matinee. Yeah, there's loads of little references throughout it. Sorry, I heard you ask me, but I was in the middle of something and listening. I'm doing better than I have for a while. Hope you are too. Fantastic. I'm doing okay. Yes, thank you. I'm doing okay. I'm very glad you're doing okay because you deserve to be absolutely phenomenal. You've no idea what we're talking about. You know It. Chapter 1, the It films that came out a few years ago. It Chapter 1, by the way, one of the best horror films ever made. It Chapter 1 was near flawless. And then It Chapter 2. And then Welcome to Derry is kind of like its origin story. Because it's every 27 years It comes back and like eats kids in this little town of Derry. But because it's a Stephen King novel, all of the Stephen King novels and books are all in the same universe, therefore all interconnected. So there's loads of little Easter eggs and references and everything throughout this Welcome to Derry. Like I say, the dude who works at the hotel from The Shining is in it. I should be more terrified of scary clowns than I really am. I don't see what I don't get the scary clown thing. Like my best friend is terrified of It, and it might be because he watched It when he was younger. I don't know. He watched the Tim Curry one, but I don't find clowns scary. I'm not one of the people who's like, nope, can't do clowns. But it's quite interesting. It looks like, it sounds like it's kind of going along the lines of the military are trying to get hold of it, no pun intended, as a weapon. So they want to use the deadlights as a weapon. Chris only half reads chat again. A clown broke my heart once, so now they are scary. Oh my word. Have you seen The Long Walk? No, I haven't seen The Long Walk yet. Is it good? I should be more terrified of clowns than I... when I was in hospital for a week as a kid, I was in a side room whose only decor I remember was a big clown face painted on the door window. Oh wow. I started working on some Imperial Fist test models. Yellow is an interesting colour. It is. I thought it was great. Very brutal, of course. Oh, is it? I will give it a watch. Is it better than Weapons? Weapons is going to be a. I can see Weapons being a chat dividing film. Weapons is really good for the horror genre because I think it's a really good film to have introduced a whole new generation to the horror genre, but it's not one of the great horror films. It's pretty good. Are you talking about ICE? Mass people with fake smiles interacting with children are terrifying by default. Also ICE. Yeah, how's all the ICE stuff over there at the moment? Has it settled down at all? Is that something that I shouldn't be talking about? As you all know, I'm living under a rock, and welcome all visitors under said rock. Whenever I see extra thing comment with the bottle off is spill. Weapons was an okay movie in my opinion. Glad I waited for streaming to watch it. Yeah. It's alright. It's a good enough film. Got any tips for painting Imperial Fists? Yeah, Imperial Fist contrast paint. The Imperial Fist yellow contrast paint. And you start with Rhinox hide. You highlight it with white. And then you put Imperial Fist contrast paint all over it. Particularly if you've got an airbrush. Actually, you have an airbrush. Therefore, Rhinox hide. Paint the whole thing Rhinox hide. Or Mornfang brown. Which would you go? You'd probably go Mornfang brown. Paint the whole thing Mornfang brown. Get some white and highlight it with the airbrush with white, and then get Imperial Fist yellow, and then just airbrush the whole thing Imperial Fist yellow. Yeah, there we go. That's what I would do. And the good thing about I don't know whether I like that head. You know, I think I like the helmet. I don't think I like that head. The good thing about Imperial Fist is you can do chipping, so you can chip everything after that. It's really nice. Shirato, what do you think? Do you like that head? I'm not a big fan. I'm tempted to use the helmet. Yeah? I want to use the helmet. I knew somebody would pick up on that. As soon as I said that, I was like, that has never been... I was about to say that's never been said on the internet before. Is Shirato still here? Shirato, can I use helmet? Shirato's not here, is he? He's more of a... he's more of a CBT guy. Nope. Nope. I think Shirato said my choice on head. So I'm going to use the helmeted one. Shirato, if you're in chat, shout now or forever hold your peace. Shout now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, that's much cooler, isn't it? That's so much cooler. He doesn't pay attention. Who doesn't pay attention? What, me? I pay lots of attention. Thank you very much. I pay maximum attention. Even Olivia doesn't pay as much attention as I do. I'm very attentive. Yeah, that's loads better, isn't it? That's just such a weird head. Don't know what it is about that head. It's so weird. Don't like it. Helmeted head. Has Shirato replied? I said his choice. Oh, perfect. I have picked the right head, haven't I? That one's not a... Oh yeah, that one's definitely the male one.
Once again, your choice on head. You are painting them, so have fun.
There we go. Hello. I'm going to kill you. Silence! I kill you! I kill you. Too much teeth. And braces seem cute until they're not. Oh, imagine getting caught on braces. Oh! Oh! Oh dear. Right, let's do it. Right, we're going to. Actually, no, we're not. I was gonna do my favourite girl. I was gonna do my favourite girl, Lilith, but instead we're gonna do Malice. You ready? Pop. You mean Shadowheart? Yeah, I've seen the Shadowheart links. Now, question is, do you are you giving me choice of head on this one as well? Because I do kind of like the one with the mask on. I do kind of like the one with the mask on. Vale, obviously. Yes! Get in, Shirato. You know where it's at, Shirato. You know where it's at. Shirato knows where it's at, guys. Oh my god, look at the stilettos. Look at the stilettos. How cool are the stilettos? Oh! There's number 3. She's so good. She's so good. Come on, where's 5? 5's got to be around there. 6. Let's get 6 off. Shirato knows where it's at. That's 5. She does have an interesting pose, actually. So when I get a model of her for myself, I will probably tweak the pose a little bit. Which is dead easy to do with all the Drukhari stuff. There we go. Is the Inquisitor game good? Yes, very, very good. Inquisitor 28 is basically the 28mm version of Inquisitor, which is... I thought it was behind me. Oh, it's over there. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, you still can't really see it. It's there. There's the book. Yeah, the Inquisitor is a great game. It's a really, really good game. It's really crunchy. Like it's one of the it has a rule for everything, basically. So don't go into it thinking it's like 40k, because it's not at all. I think I talk about it a little bit in the video and go through some of the rule examples. It's very, very good. I need to order. I need to pay my bills first, but I need to order some plinths for all my Inquisitor models. Speaking of, if anybody wants to support me, we have. Oh, I need to reset the sub goal for the week. I might just leave it at that. So we're at 9. We want to try and get to 25. 25 subs a week is the goal, so that we can get to 100 subs every month, which is absolutely perfect. And then if you would like to support, there's a little bit of a support up there. You can also support by doing things like grabbing your Warhammer kits from one of my affiliates. So Element Games is the big one. So if you do !Element, then you will have my affiliate code there. If you order from Element Games a lot, just set in your bookmarks, set the Element Games link to my affiliate link. That really helps me out. And there's also a crystal code in the !Element, so that you can get double loyalty points. So that's a little bit of a thank you to you guys for using my affiliate link. You can get double loyalty points when you put in the code. Thank you very much. And then there's also, if you want to try the brushes that I use as well, you can do !brush to try out some of the brushes from that link as well. And things like that just helps me out. Where can you find the rules? I imagine they're on the internet somewhere as a PDF, but just grab the Inquisitor rulebook. It's not too expensive on eBay. But I would imagine there's a PDF floating around the internet somewhere. If you go to like PDF Coffee or something. I haven't looked because I've got the rulebook. Yeah, sorry, Sinister. I wish that too, because then I would have even more support from you all around the world. And then there's also my throne thing as well, so if anybody wants to donate to some of the things on my throne list, like there's a war trike on there that I kind of want to do for Golden Demon. There's a few little bits for Horus Heresy which I'm working on, some things for Tomb Kings. So yeah, you can do !throne, and you can go and have a look at that as well if you want. I did a brush order through your affiliate link. Hope that worked. Thank you, Whiskey. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much. What did you get, Whiskey? What did you grab? Last time I needed to order from the UK, I was lucky enough to have a fellow gamer that had their kid going to uni, so they could get the stuff for me and brought it home. Fantastic, Spiky. Yeah, my auntie lives in Boston, so whenever she comes over, I asked her to bring some like XL knife blades and things whenever she comes over. I wanted to try an Artis Opus S to compare it to my Da Vinci. It's phenomenal, isn't it? Like, have you tried it yet, Whiskey? And I love Da Vinci. Like, I was raving about Da Vinci for years, and then I tried an Artis Opus. I was like, wow, okay. Da Vinci were my brushes for a long time. The Artis Opus is so soft, it's phenomenal. I was really impressed with it. Go to the US every year, so I stock up on things to bring home. It's a fine little brush, yeah, it's really good. What size did you get? I really like the Zero. I've started to use, because I used to use a Da Vinci 1 for pretty much everything, so now I've kind of gone to a Artis Opus Zero. You're using a Zero right now? Fantastic. Yeah, it's my favourite size. It's my favourite size, and then there's the 00. That's the 00. But look at that. Look at that. It's ridiculous. So nice. So nice. So nice to work with. I'm really picky with my brushes. And I reached out to Artis Opus and asked if they would, if they might be interested in sponsoring the stream and stuff, and supplying brushes and things. And they said, yeah, sure. Like, looked at my YouTube and things. And then they sent me a set, and I was like, cool, okay, I'll try these. Yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Basically, there's a reason why all the top painters, like Andy Wardle and Rich Gray and Albert and Angel Heraldez and everything, there's a reason why they all use Artis Opus brushes, and it's not because they get them for free. Use a 2.0 from the local art shop house brand. It's not perfect, but for $9 it'll do. Fantastic. Yeah, the Colt's new paints I'm really interested about. I'm looking forward to trying those. My God, guys, it's 5 o'clock. No wonder I'm hungry. I'm like, why am I so hungry? Did I start late today? I don't think I started late. Didn't feel like I started late. I don't know whether to say this, whiskey, because it will make me sound like a hypocrite. Because I really don't like AK. I really don't like AK. But I have been using them recently. They're really fucking good. So I don't quite know what to think about it. Like that's a lovely paint. So yeah, if you are thinking about it, yeah, I know. Like anybody who like yeah. Everyone seems to love. I know, and I refuse to get some. I refuse to get them because of the past things of basically they used the Holocaust to advertise their paints. They were like, "Do you want to get accurate representations of the Holocaust? Use our products." And it was like, that's shitty. But like I say, I feel like an absolute hypocrite now because I've got the paints. I got a set for Christmas off my sister. My sister got me a set, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. So take that information where you will. I still won't get anything from Green Stuff World. Green Stuff World. I don't know anymore. Yeah, they did the Ukraine war as well. They were like, here's all the military colour schemes for the Ukraine war. Pay us some money. They're a bit icky. They are. Yeah. So they have the Ukraine war, and then they released a book with all the with loads of paint recipes for all the military colour schemes from the Ukraine war. So like, yeah, I know. I don't agree with Green Stuff World as well. Like, luckily they don't really do any products that I like. I have got their Green Stuff roller, or their putty roller, because I bought that years ago and I didn't even know about the company back then. Yeah, Green Stuff World are a similar kind of thing. Green Stuff World take products and then copyright them instantly and ban everybody else from using them. So the Green Stuff World are the hobby equivalent of Spiky Shits. There are plenty of other paints out there. There are plenty of other paints out there. Like, I really want to try the Colts ones because I think they're going to be like so. The thing with the Colts things is the Colt paints, from what I can see, is they're trying to fill holes in your painting repertoire, recipe book kind of thing. Like, if you're doing non-metallic, for instance, if you're doing non-metallic gold, there isn't really a very good dark brown. Like, Rhinox High doesn't really work because it's not got. I think Andy describes it as having a bit too much grey in it. I describe it as being a bit too translucent. It's not quite punchy enough. So maybe that is because it doesn't have enough, because it has grey in it. So it's a bit desaturated. But they have a colour called chocolate, which, for all intents and purposes, is the shadow colour that you need to use, or that is really, really good to use in a non-metallic gold. So it's almost like you pick.
I'm also God's favourite.
Oh my
princess.
God, it's
I'm the
Atari.
most
I love it when Atari comes in. You can pick the Artist Opus / Cult of Paint paints to fill those holes, which I think will be really, really good. Because nobody just paints with like Citadel, and nobody just paints with Vallejo apart from Angel Horaldes, obviously. So you're always going to have holes in like. You're always going to have holes in your like little paint setups that you need to do, or you have to mix this paint a lot. Like Rich has to mix like a mid-grey quite a lot for when he does the non-metallic silver and things. So I think that's one of the good things that's going to come out of the cult stuff. So I'm really curious and really excited to try some of that. Tari, how are you? The most interesting girl in the world is here. She is in chat, and she is also your empress of the entire universe. So please give her some respect and some amazingness. You've just been painting with Pro Acryl. Yep. Teeny Tiny loves her Pro Acryl. She paints with a lot of Pro Acryl. Stress, going to be working all evening. Oh no. She's the Artillery Tari. She is the... This is a bust of Tari 2. I am painting Tari 2's bust. Once I do so, she is going to be much less stressed because we're going to be stroking Artillery Tari, and we're going to be looking after her. We're going to be like setting her down really gently on like a big cotton like puddle pillow thing. You're painting Tari's bust? Yes, Tari's bust. It's proper nice. Whiskey, this is Whiskey Tari. Whiskey sent me this, like an absolute legend. So it's all primed. I need to do some underlighting, so we're going to do, although I've missed some parts of the priming, as you can see. We're going to do some underlighting in red as for the glows of the fires of hell, and then we're going to do some bright yellow up here for the shine of heaven kind of thing. Two-tone colour scheme. Should be really good fun. Right, so we need this one, which is her. Oh my god, this is her body and leg. This is her a body, a leg, and half a head. Body, leg, and half a head. Fantastic. Okay. Gonna build a shrine around her, worship her every day. I mean, I already do. Tari 2. Tari 2 is worshipable. Main reason I don't use AK paints is because they just don't do anything the paints I already have don't. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, anyway, well that's the kind of the headlines on the AK paint. So you can all take what information you want out of that, and then you can make an informed decision on whether you want to pick any up. See, this is the leg I don't like. That's the leg I don't like. I don't know what this leg is doing. It's weird. Did you see the video that Army Painter did with their announcement of them retiring the war paints line? No, I didn't. I did not. I don't think I even follow Army Painter anywhere, so I'm probably not. It's not really something that I would have run into. What's the war paints? Is the war paints like their standard, if I want to say, range? Like their standard range? Is that their like model colour and game colour? Is it that kind of thing? Their new standard range. What? And they've retired it already? They've replaced it with the Fanatics line. Is the Fanatics the contrast paint one? War paints were the old one, Fanatics was the new one. Right, okay. Fanatics is the good one. Right. Talk about weird splicing. They have sliced this model up really weird. Why the hell would you put this like spine down the middle with the head on top? Lost her chest piece. Where's her chest piece gone? Is that Shadow Heat Lady? Yes, it is. It is. This is the Shadow Heart of 40k. Do we all have a? Don't we all have a spine down the middle and top of it? Well, yeah, we do, but we don't. Like, you don't usually see that on a model. Deliberate ranges of colour for Fanatics. Like I painted a green dragon, and they have selections so you can get 6 colour shades that all complement each other. Nice. Talk about elaborate build process. I'm gonna run out of time, you know. It's 5:30. Right, come on, Chris. Have you had a good Monday, Tari 2? Tari 2, the Empress of Tomorrow, the Empress of Everything Everywhere. Not the Empress of Tomorrow, the Empress of Today. The Empress of Tomorrow is Oscar. Been mixed, let's say. Oh no!
how about comic book looking pillow?
Have you seen the Warhammer Quest, the latest Warhammer Quest model, Tari 2? If not, I might have to show you because she's a little bit gorgeous. You have. What do you think? I'm a little bit disappointed I can't paint her with a see-through dress because there's not enough fabric on her skin, kind of thing. It's all flowy and puffy, isn't it? But it's stunning. Trying to make up your mind about it. I really like it. The only thing for me is like this looks really chunky. Which is a bit of a shame. Like it's absolutely fine being there. It just needs to be like. I wish they hadn't made that like absolutely chunky. But I mean that's weird artwork. I think it's really nice. I think it's really, really cool. Although somebody pointed out it looks like she's got trousers on underneath her dress. So I'm going to try and do some freehand across the bottom of her dress. I'm not entirely sure what kind of freehand. But I think it'd be really cool to do some freehand across the bottom of her dress. That would be quite nice. You and your scantily clad ladies. I just wanted to do a see-through dress. I wanted to, because I really like painting see-through dresses is really fun. So I was going to paint her with a see-through dress, but it's not like a see-through dress. Well, it's not a see-through dress, is it? So how the fuck is that supposed to go? How the hell is that? Oh, there we go. I'm going into battle. Fetch my see-through dress. Well, it was after I did because I did Galadriel with a see-through dress, didn't I? Not like see-through, just like a thin white dress. Because then when it touches, like if she was walking and she had like you could see her knee through the dress, you could paint that bit as see-through. That's how it works. I just think it looks really cool. And it's a really fun, like, little painting technique. It's not really a technique. You mean sheer, not see-through? Yeah. And her boobs. Yeah. Barefoot white dress, splashing water everywhere. She knows what she's doing. Raw! Hey, how you doing? Thank you very much for the follow. How are you? Clippity out of the sprue, change to the god hands and clip the bits off. So you clip the part out of the sprue and then you clip the sprue off the part. So yeah, I will definitely paint her when that box comes out, because that will be really, really cool. Which of the heroes do you want to see me paint, guys? When the box comes out, what should I do? Right, I'm not going to glue that on yet, because I can. Well, maybe I can actually. Maybe I can. Yeah, it's fine. Because I can sand that drawing back. Okay, so we need masked head. There's the masked head. Because masked head is cool head. I think I like the Brett best. The others I'm not massively blown away by, just a style thing. It's I said it when the first one kind of got shown. They're very mainstream. They're a very mainstream fantasy version of AOS models. Like the dwarf is a very dwarfen, very kind of stereotypical dwarf, AOS dwarf. The Bretonnian knight is like the Cities of Sigmar knight, which is very kind of pulled back and reserved. The same with the Stormcast. The Stormcast is incredibly pulled back, and then the same with her as well. She's very reserved. Like it's not a low cut top with cleavage and stuff. She's completely covered in a very baggy dress. The dwarf is very dwarf, and I think he's cool. Yeah, I think he's a pretty good sculpt. I think he looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a very interesting. I was not expecting an AOS release or an AOS design along those kind of lines. It's a very mainstream fantasy,
Root alert,
which is
root
fair
alert,
enough, right?
Abandoned shop. This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
It's fair enough because like Warhammer Quest has always been or has always tried to aim at a mainstream board game audience, so it kind of makes sense. However, on the flip side to that, they've then matched that reserved AOS fantasy look with Nurgle, which is not a very kind of reserved fantasy look. I would have much preferred those to be skeletons or something. But yeah, it's a very I think it's a really interesting marketing decision to do the box in that vein, to have the heroes so kind of neutered amidst Nurgle. Woot woot, this has been a good day. Nice. Rob did a live stream on Horus Heresy and I could watch it while I was on. Also Chris is here. Nice. What was the Heresy live stream about? I wouldn't call the Bretonnian neutered. He's all kinds of extra. Well, he's not a Bretonnian, is he? That's the thing. He's a Citizen of Sigmar. He's a Citizen of Sigmar knight. He's not a Bretonnian. He is not very neutered for a Bretonnian. He's very neutered for a Citizen of Sigmar knight. No, he's not. He's a citizen. He's got the Citizen of Sigmar sigil on his. He's got a Cities of Sigmar sigil on his shield. He's got a Cities of Sigmar there. That's a Cities of Sigmar sigil, and he's got an S on his axe that says. It's just a mistake in casting as a Bretonnian. Oh, okay, I'll get you. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole point with all of this. Like, it's it's if you neuter and you tone down the. I mean, I always used to say that AOS was high fantasy, and then somebody pointed out that it's not high fantasy. If you kind of pull back the crazy AOSification of all these kind of classic fantasy races and stuff, this is what you get. So that's a very neutered, turned down Cities of Sigmar Knight, which then looks like an old world Bretonnian. And then exactly the same with the dwarf. That's a very, very turned down and that's a really, really, really neutered, toned down Dwarden, which then looks like an old world dwarf. And then this one is very, very toned down, whatever she's supposed to be, that looks like a Bretonnian Lady of the Lake. And then that is a really, really pulled back Stormcast, which looks like a knight. AOS is high fantasy, isn't it? And old world. So I had a misunderstanding of what I thought high fantasy and low fantasy was. I thought low fantasy. I thought low fantasy was Lord of the Rings and old world, because low fantasy was, here are your orcs, your elves, and your wizards. That's low fantasy. And then high fantasy is stuff like AOS that took those premises and just blew them out of the water and just went really, really turned everything to 11, and then you end up with water elves and cow elves, and they just take the concept of fantasy and they go high with it. But somebody pointed out that that's not what high and low fantasy means. So I think I heard the term high and low fantasy and kind of attributed it in a weird way in my head. So somebody said that low fantasy is more real, closer to real world stuff, and Lord of the Rings is actually really high fantasy. Anyway, I can't quite remember. But yeah, I thought it, because that was how I described it. That was how I described AOS and Old World. I would say that Old World was low fantasy and AOS was really high fantasy, moving away from that original Lord of the Rings fantasy genre look kind of thing. Yeah, there you go. You see, so Lord of the Rings, AOS, Old World are all high fantasy. I never thought of it as that, but then I had a complete misunderstanding of low fantasy and high fantasy. Low fantasy is Buffy. Gotcha. Because it's grounded in real life, sort of. I effing love Buffy. I haven't rewatched it. I don't know how well that is going to hold up if I did rewatch it, so I'm not going to, because I had a massive crush on Alison Hannigan and I don't really want to ruin that part of my childhood or teenage-ness. Don't you dare diss Buffy. I'm not dissing it. I just don't want to rewatch it. I can imagine me thinking of Buffy through what do we call it? What's the rose tinted glasses? But if it holds up, then all the better. If it holds up, then all the better. problem with long-running shows is they get soap opera treatment. Soap opera treatment? What do you mean? Buffy holds up. I'm not sure how well it will hold up to a first watch, but if you did watch it back in the day, it's still great. Perfect. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? You're not going to get people watching it again now. Evil twins, multiple paramours, yada yada. Isn't Scrubs a soap opera just in the evening? Yeah, I'd probably, well, yeah, I'd probably say Scrubs was a soap opera. I don't know, do we need to label things? Buffy handles soap opera treatment well because it stands on the quality of how Whedon writes characters. People run out of ideas and things can get wonky. That's what soap opera treatment means. What's everybody's opinion on Lost? Speaking of things that went on for so long they got wonky. Don't really have one, didn't watch it, never seen it. Oh wow, there's loads of people who haven't seen it. Loved it until I hated it. It was so bonkers. It was it the first TV series that was like, what the hell is that? What's that? What's that? Was it the first TV series that was like that had loads of unanswered questions? Apart from maybe The Prisoner. Kind of like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones final season is just like never existed, did it? I'm guessing Censored is Purgatory. I wouldn't say it was a first, but I think it was the first really big one. It was like the first. It must have been the first global phenomenon, and I suppose it's like. I suppose it was like at the beginning of the internet and being able to instantly share everything and all the stories and theories, like just whirlwinding and stuff around it. Did you censor that? Is that something that I shouldn't be talking about on Twitch? I was trying to be nice to the people who might have wanted to watch. Oh right, oh so censored into, so spoiler, right? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, that's another. It's awkward. It's okay. Yeah. It's. I didn't know whether it was. I don't know whether you'd censored it because it's something like politics that you don't talk about on Twitch. Because it's. I'm not religious. I live under a rock. Remember. What was I going to say? Yes, it was. It was really annoying because there were a few films, like there was there was a really cool Eliza Dushku film that came out at the same time as Vanilla Sky, and there was a trend at the time, and I think it was around the same time as Lost. There was a trend at the time of doing really cool, like, what the hell kind of movies, and then explaining it in the last 10 minutes of the film by saying, oh, they're in a coma, oh, they're asleep, it's a dream. Like, it was so annoying. It was like, it was a oh my god, Dallas, yes. It was a justification to do really weird, like, mindfuck stories, because at the end of it they didn't have to justify it all, because it was just a dream. So all the, like, really weird, like the smoke monster in Lost, and he was like, oh, what is it? What is it? Oh, it doesn't matter because they were all, like, nearly dead, so it's not of this world. We don't have to justify it. Cop-out story twist. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I think about Superman as well. Probably just because it was very memorable, one of our generation. That's very true, actually, Tari. Yeah, maybe that was our generation's Dallas. Maybe that was our generation's Dallas. My mum and dad watched Dallas. Or Dynasty. Did they watch Dynasty? I think it was Dynasty, not Dallas. Don't get him going again on Superman. There are no cop-out twists in Superman. Right, I'm dropping the Superman thing. I've been there, done that. I get very grumpy about it. I read Game of Thrones books and thought the concept was relatively novel. Oh, fantasy makes knights, castles and kings so detached from reality. The books were very low fantasy and he cribbed from history, so people and not very nice. Right, so that's gonna. Oh, she is fabulous. She is fabulous, guys. If you wanted to know what I just did, then I put too much glue on the join, and then I just touched it on my finger and wiped off the excess, so it wasn't going to sploof out when I joined it. That was all I did. She is fabulous. She's absolutely fabulous. There's a cool TV show. Who watched? Hands up in chat if you watched Abfab. Oh my word! Still don't like this leg. Still don't. I'm saying this straight out there. Still don't like that leg. Have to ban the streamer from Twitch chat. Oftentimes focus groups and studio execs had a lot to say in it. Oftentimes weird cop-out twists are just because they moneyed interest and said moviegoers to accept anything that is truly weird. A lot of the time it's because a producer wants a certain scene. Like, a lot of the time is like Wild West. Like, the producer wanted a giant spider to be the final act. Like, there we go, there's a giant spider in the final act. How are you going to justify it? I don't know. Say he's a really cool designer of big mechanical things. Like, it's really annoying when you get movies which are written backwards, is my thing. One of my bosses from the UK, and she was... no, hang on, no, I need to justify that, because obviously things like Seven are probably written backwards, because there's an idea that they have at the end, and then they have to kind of they write the story around it. But like, writing the story around it is different from saying I want this scene and then working backwards from that. What's in the box? What's in the box? Fucking, I love that movie. I adore that film. It's little things in that film, like the first time Mills meets Somerset and they're walking down the street, and Somerset, because he's been there for so long, he's just walking down the street, and Mills is banging into and hitting everybody coming the other way while he's trying to have a conversation. Like, it's little things like that in that film that are just, it's so good, and it sets the atmosphere of the film throughout the whole thing. It's so good. It's truly fucked up. But yeah. I've got a friend of mine who just won't watch. He refuses to watch it because as soon as he knew the premise of it, and he's religious as well. As soon as he knew the premise of it, it was like, I've got no interest in watching that because that is the complete extreme of what humans will do following religion. So you're going to make the veil sheer? Probably, actually. Probably. That's a really good point. Yeah, quite probably. So yeah, we can do. Let me get her in focus so I can show. So we can do. So we paint all of this white, and then we can do this bit here sheer. So add a little bit of pink because that's where it's touching the nose and touching the cheeks, and then we'll have it fading out into white. Yeah, it's really nice. The unveiled face is okay, but the veil is phenomenal. Like, I was really hoping that Shirato wanted the veil, because I would, as much as I like the Shadow Heart face, the veil is stunning. It's so good. You can have the best written scene, but you need the colour of to deliver the lines. You do. The unveiled face is okay, but the veil is much more evocative. Okay, not okay, it is fine. Fine and okay are the same. The unveiled face looks like a generic anime girl. I find the face is the worst part of the miniature. The unveiled face is brilliant. It's how you paint it. It's how you choose to paint that. It's an untouched Eldar face. And then you choose to paint it how you like. Like, you can, if you paint it like Games Workshop painted it, then it looks like an anime face. Does not look alien enough for me. Just a generic. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can take that. I can take that. But saying it just looks anime is like, well, that's. Yeah, maybe it needs some more angular bones. To be an elf. To be a space elf. Wow. Right, I think I've run out of time. Do we build Lilith? I think we've probably got to try and build Lilith. From memory, Lilith goes together really quickly. Because, spoilers, I have a Lilith. Because she's gorgeous. Look at those abs. Oh. Oh! Oh! They all look like hot humans with pointy ears. Yeah, and your problem with that is what exactly? Why do you think I like elves? They're the best version of humans. Elves are humans turned up to 11. Hey Manaringo, what's up? Tips for being live on the interwebs? I don't know whether I have any tips for being live on the interwebs. Entertain yourself. There you go. Are you gonna? Does that mean you're gonna be live on the interwebs? Buy a camera. Tips for being live on the interwebs. Anybody got any tips for being live on the internet? I don't seem to follow this because I seem to live under a rock, but make sure you are well read in the subject that you are talking about. Which, if you are being live on the internet, I would imagine it's because you are an expert in the field which you're going to be live about, so that's not going to be a problem for you. Chris, you're aware you're currently live on the internet, right? Yep. Did my orc suck? No, your orc was amazing, dude. Consider OnlyFans. Everyone is someone's kink. That's a very good point, Spike. That's a very good point. Yeah. Act as if. So present yourself and talk as if the thing that you are talking about is to the one person it's going to make a difference to. Because I've done so many videos that I'm like, oh, like almost like shorten the video because I didn't think it was relevant or didn't think it was. Almost didn't think it was worth a video kind of thing, and I was like, oh, I need to do this video. I'll do this. Or I mentioned something. That's another thing. I've mentioned something in a video, as almost like a throwaway line, and then I'll get loads of questions or messages about it saying, oh, this was really cool. I really enjoyed this video, or I really enjoyed this bit. But can you talk more about that throwaway line that you just put in? Like, everything you say could make a difference to somebody. And as long as it finds one person, then that's all cool. I don't know. I'm waffling now. Right, what are we doing? That goes on there. None of that made any sense, did it? I'm sorry. Where the fuck is this going? How the hell? What? Oh, there. Oh, there. There we go. Jesus. Yeah, basically everything that you say on the internet could impact somebody. Waffles. Can I have mine with raspberry jam, whipped cream, and cherry on top? Why raspberry jam? Why not strawberry jam? Because strawberry jam is the best. No, that's sort of helpful in a very crisp way. You're welcome, Calvin Mannering. He's not going to do it alone. He'd be hanging out with some friendly techie people. Fantastic. Yeah, like if you're like one of my favourite things to watch on the internet are people who are passionate, like really passionate and really knowledgeable about the thing that they're talking about. Like there's a few video channels that I watch, like a few like garage channels, and there's a few hobby channels and things, and there's a few videos on there that I'll be like, oh, this is okay, but I've subscribed to them because of certain videos where they're just so excited and so passionate, and you can see that they could just carry on talking about that subject, or that topic, or that model, or that car, or the idea that they've got for hours and hours and hours. And you have to kind of remind yourself when you're doing it, when you're doing videos, you have to remind yourself not to get carried away, but do get carried away, if that makes sense. Like, don't over talk, but just show how excited and knowledgeable you are about the thing that you're talking about. In a very crisp way, that's really helpful. You're welcome. Oh, that's an either or. Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, well, it's got to be the big one, hasn't it? Passion and joy are attractive and interesting quality. Yeah, 100%. Like, there's, and I try and, like, whenever I'm commenting, I'll always comment. I'll always comment on those videos where they're really passionate and excited about something, saying this video is fantastic. Don't over talk, Chris 2025. Yeah, don't over talk, but do over talk. This. It's different when you're streaming, because obviously I've got like 5 hours to over talk. Streaming is different from doing YouTube videos, and my YouTube videos suffer because I over talk. because I'm not very good at doing the scripted things like Louise and Ninjon do, where they do a script. Like, I'm really excited about the Rogue in Pantheon, and I've got so many videos that I want to do about the Rogue on Pantheon, but I'm really scared to do them because it's just going to be me excitedly talking about the Rogue in Pantheon. I want to build a cool base for my Royal Decapitator, but I'm having a hard time choosing how. I want it to look scenic. Oh, dude. Ninjon just has to talk about whatever product of the week is. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like, I wouldn't subscribe to his channel if he did. Well, I mean, I don't subscribe to his channel, spoilers. But I wouldn't subscribe to a channel that was just product of the week. I've watched some of his videos because they pop up because I watch them, and because I watch them they pop up on my thing, but I'm not subscribed. If you want, I can help write scripts for your videos. No, it's all good, thank you. Thank you for the offer, though. The most I do, the most I will do, and I'm trying to do it more, is write bullet points for YouTube videos. Ninjon is probably one of the better channels out there. Yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. He is very good. I like his videos. I'm not saying I don't like his videos. My favourite streamer vids are "This is the product of the week" and the inevitable streamer vid 3 months later of "The same product is terrible, you shouldn't get it." Oh dear. Right, so that's Malice done. We're going to leave her off the base. I want to very, very quickly see if I can do Lilith, because I adore Lilith. I absolutely love Lilith. The book was pretty good. I quite like the book. I've got both versions of the book. I've got the regular book and the limited edition version. I love Lilith to bits. So we will do a Lilith. It's really annoying actually because isn't the Diablo like evil lady called Lilith? So you can never call your character in an MMO Lilith because everybody thinks it's. I mean, that's my issue anyway, because my character in MMOs is called Diablo and everybody thinks it's because of Diablo. If it feels more like a commercial than a paint stream, stop watching. People like Darcy are great. Oh, this is an old one where you got the plastic in the middle. Yeah, I absolutely adore this model. I can't wait to finish painting her, to be honest. It's one of the things that I need to do, but it is November this month, so we need to paint more than Val. Speaking of Eldar books, now there is an opportunity to make a soap opera imprint. Wait, didn't you just had another? Yeah, so this is a commission. All these are commissions for Shirato. That is my Lilith. That's my Lilith. This is all Shirato's commission. So I'm painting all the characters for Shirato's Drukhari army. Good space up books, not stopping there. I will need a fire protection suit. But yeah, this Lilith model is just stunning. And she was criticised massively when she came out. wrongly, as you will see when she's built, because the paint job was really poor. It wasn't really poor. It was a really good paint job, but it was a very Games Workshop paint job. So the face and the abs looked really poor. Whereas if you paint her in any kind of other style, she looks amazing. Lilith Hesbrook's Queen of Knives is good indeed. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not the best book, but it's pretty. It is all right. That's the book I've got twice. So I've got the regular book and I've got the limited edition version, or the special edition, whatever you want to call it. The Path of books. So Path of the Dark Eldar and Path of the Eldar are phenomenal, both of them. Andy Chambers' Path of the Dark Eldar is some of the best 40k books I think ever. I think they're fantastic. I've read them twice. And then the Path of the Eldar books also excellent. Gav wrote those ones. And then there's Eldar in Fulgrim, isn't there? Isn't there Eldar in Fulgrim? I read Andy's Path of the Dark Eldar when I got back into the hobby, and then sent him a message and sent him a text after I'd read it. I was like, mate, that is some book. It was really good. The Zelda in the Infinite and Defiant is true. So yeah, this is My Lady Lilith. They rarely get their own treats. I mean, this is just Lilith being amazing. You know they should do a horror imprint story using Craftworld Eldar as the antagonist. They have done so, or Dark Eldar. There was the Watchers of the Throne books. Dark Eldar pop up the side characters as throw box and all Space Wolves really get their own treats. So Gav wrote a Jane Czar book, and I read that, and I messaged him after that, and I was like, mate, that's really, really cool. You should write a Lilith book. And he was like, oh, that's a good idea. But it was already being written. Major problem Elder fans have with many books is that they get these folks are badass. They're the pinnacle of whatever they put their hands with, and they get mown down in books. Yeah, there is a god complex kind of not very like the elves in the first season of Rings of Power. Well, the one elf. There was one elf in the first season of Rings of Power that was very elfy. But then they don't seem to struggle writing Primarchs, do they? There's my throne list, if you want to go and check my throne list, guys. Right, we'll let all that dry for a sec. While that's drying, we can do her head. This is the only sub-assembly we'll do with Lilith. To be fair, this is the only sub-assembly. Oh no, we'll sub-assemble Drazar's head as well. Because Drazar's head needs a sub-assembly as well. See, that's a pretty clean one as well. That's a pretty clean head as well, to be fair. Such nice shapes and work to tone to. Yeah, she's really cool. So we'll just clean her chin up. So who's around on Wednesday? Is anybody going to do November with me while I do Morven Val on Wednesday? Fine, I toss a penny to Chris and he is not told. Fine thrown. Wait, what? Hang on. That's thrown. What have you done? What have you done, Avian? Oh, no way! Thank you very much! Avian's just donated towards the Golden Demon War track. Avian, thank you very much, dude. That's really kind of you. You should paint another Lilith. I only have 3. Do I have 3? I don't have the Finecast version. I sold the Finecast version, but I have painted the Finecast version. Thank you very much. Cheers, Avian. That's really appreciated. Thank you very much. Exclamation mark throne if you want to get to get to this list, guys. There's all sorts of things on here. Like even just like little knife blades. There's all sorts. I use it to. I send it to my sisters for Christmas and birthday presents and things. Thank you very much. Cheers. Can we get some hype in chat, please, for Avian? That's really kind of you. Toss a coin to your Frozeno Twitch stream of plenty. I really like the little flag thingy on the base of the resin one. Yes. It's a cheaper thing to toss from time to time. Thank you very much. Wednesday is going to be my stream thing. If I can get it set up, will be sort of available. Oh, nice. Do you want to tell us what it's all about, Mannering, or is it a secret thing? It's gonna be awesome, mate. Good luck. Is it new job orientated? ServiceNow developer livestream. Get in. It's kind of locking you into a heavy modification or a fixed base. I did that to Badger on his Mastodon. Then someone dropped a crap ton of pounds to it one day. I think I was chipping away at it for years. Badger on his Mastodon. Oh, nice one. Is it bad that I was hoping for Captain Painting streams? Is it bad that I was hoping for Captain Painting streams? What's Captain Painting streams? Oh, Captain Mannering's painting streams. Yes. Hey, Squeezel, how you doing? Captain Mannering painting streams would be cool, wouldn't it? Captain Mannering. I mean, they could absolutely clean up Twitch. Captain Mannering and Teeny Tiny both sat across each other with one camera on Teeny Tiny's and one camera on Captain Mannering while they're both chattering away to Twitch chat. I would not have any viewers. Chris should wear purple. I don't know whether I have any purple actually. I don't think I have any purple. I did have a purple. I had a purple cast when I broke my wrist. I mean, having a floating Chris head would be awesome. Wait, what? It's a banana. It always has been a banana, it always will be a banana. It's a yellow fruit that you unzip and eat the white bits. It's a banana. It's a banana. Purple orcs, the sneakiest of orcs. I'm waiting for Purple to paint some sneaky orcs. Out of all the orcs that she's painted, she hasn't painted any sneaky orcs, and it's baffling me, to be honest. Because as soon as you ask for a colour suggestion, Purple says purple, and yet she hasn't painted any purple orcs, which are the purplest of purple things in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You don't even have to come up with a, like, you don't have to justify why you've painted them purple. Like, if you paint... What's going on here? There we go. If you paint Sisters of Battle purple, you have to say, oh, well, it's like a custom... it's a custom order and all this. Like, if you paint purple Space Marines, you have to say, well, I made this custom chapter, and like it's not quite Emperor's Children, but like, and all this lot. Whereas orcs, you can just paint them purple. She certainly did paint purple orcs. You just cannot see them in the pictures. That's a very good point. It's like Invisible Bilbo. It's like Invisible Bilbo, to be fair. Yeah, point taken. Invisible Bilbo being the best model I've ever painted. That would be a really funny diorama for Golden Demon, wouldn't it? Do a duel with somebody fighting Invisible Bilbo. So you paint a model really, really well, and then you just put 2 footprints. Maybe you do. I mean, it's duel and diorama at the moment, isn't it? Because they've joined them together because they're stupid. But, so I suppose actually that would work, because you can just say it's a diorama. Purple Orcs got a nasty surprise because 30% of the guardsmen are colour... 30% of guardsmen are colourblind. That's really good. There we go. The bestest elf in all of elfdom. Best elf in all of elfdom is Lilith. Look at that. What a model. What a model. She came out just after Jane Czar and pissed all over Jane Czar, to be fair. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous model. Gorgeous model. It's one of those models that I like so much. You know, when you don't want to mess things up, therefore you put off painting them, and you put off painting them. And I keep telling people, like, oh, like, you can put off painting it, but then you're just not going to have a painted model. Like, get it done, and then in a few years' time you can maybe paint it again and do an even better one. Like, it's far better to have it painted than dream about painting it. And there I am with Lilith, wanting to paint her so well that I haven't painted her yet. get to paint another one. Right, there we go. So we've done a Malice. We've done 3 ladies today. We've done a Malice, an Archon, and a Lilith. A Malice, an Archon, and a Lilith. All the guardsmen hit 50% of the time. 50% of the time, the guardsmen hit every time. Right, everybody. I'm gonna go make some dinner because I'm really hungry. So thank you very much, everybody. And I will see you on Wednesday, where we're going to be painting. We are going to be starting November Strong. We're going to be starting November Strong, and we are going to paint Morven Val's face. That's the goal. So the goal tomorrow, the goal on Wednesday is to paint Morven Val's face so that I can glue everything together and then start doing the silver and making the silver properly pop. That's the goal. So we've got to paint her face. No stream tomorrow. No, I need to have a day off this week because I need to do YouTube videos. So I'm going to do that tomorrow because lots of people want me to stream on Wednesday. So we're gonna not stream tomorrow. We're going to stream on Wednesday. We're going to do Morven Val on Wednesday. So I'll try and do a really good stream on Wednesday, painting at Morven Val. That's the plan. That's the plan. Right, is there anybody? Sun's on, yay! Oh, and Badger's on. We don't get to raid Badger very often. Let's do a Badger. Badger, 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 Badger. See you later, everybody. Have a really good evening. Have fun. Be amazing. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for all the bits. Thank you very much for the throne tips. You're all awesome. I'm kind of tied into doing a warp trike for Golden Demon now, which is really, really cool. So we'll get that done. Right.